love me some good, affordable makeup. So I want to share with you today 10 products under $10 that I really, really love. I got this idea from my friend here on YouTube, Emily from Emily's Makeup Bag. I will link her channel in her video down below. And I thought this was a great way to kind of share some drugstore and affordable favorites with you and just give you 10 products that I think are really, really good, not just for the price, just in general, but them being under $10 is a huge bonus. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Rachel. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to link all of these products down below in the description box. I am wearing a lot of them on my face today, but I will also link the other things that are on my face today. All right, let's get to it. These are in no particular order, and I could definitely do a part 2 because there are so many other things I wanted to include in this video, but I just chose 10, and they're kind of like also current favorites because a lot of these things are things that I'm reaching for over and over again right now, even over my high-end products. So I'm gonna start off with something that I've talked about a lot of these a million times, okay? So I'm sorry, but I love them. One thing I'm not wearing today, but I wear them so often, I've talked about them so often, are the lashes from Unearthly Cosmetics. So this obviously is not a drugstore product. This is an indie brand, but their lashes are $6.50, which is incredible. I do also have an affiliate code with Unearthly. It's just Rachel. It will save you 10%. So you can even get them cheaper than $6.50. I think their lashes are so beautiful. And in particular, my favorite style are the style Intangible. I wear these so often. They are really long and wispy, so you can see your eyeshadow through them. And I always say, because I have spent a lot of time blending my eyeshadow, I want people to see it. But they still give that little drama. They're so easy to apply and they last. Honestly, I've worn these. I mean, these ones are brand new, but I've worn a pair of these 10 plus times. So I think that is so, so good for the price point. And just in general, I think they're such beautiful lashes. I would easily pay, double, triple the price for these lashes. And I think they're even better than some expensive lashes that I've tried in the past. So Intangible is my favorite style, but they have so many other styles that you can choose from if you want something more dramatic, less dramatic, etc. So highly recommend their lashes, especially if you're new to lashes. They're really easy to use and I love them. The next thing I want to talk about is a product that I've talked about on my channel before, but it is one of my favorite highlighters just in general in my collection, and it is the Essence The Highlighter. I have mine in the shade 02 Sun Showers. It is what I'm wearing on my face today. The thing I love about this is that it's so customizable. If you use a really fluffy brush, you can get a really soft, lit from within glow. Is she wearing highlighter? Is she not? But you can also, like today, I used a more dense brush and I was able to get a little bit more shine, a little bit more. It's not really going to be like bam, like super shiny. I mean, unless you really build it up, but I got it to be a little bit more oomphy. I love the shade on me. Personally, it's perfect for my skin tone. It's not too light where it's icy, but it's not too deep that it leaves some sort of cast. I think it's so beautiful. I really do. There's no chunky glitter. I think it's beautiful. Honestly, really, really nice highlighter, and especially it being so affordable is a huge plus. The next products that I want to talk about are the ColourPop Cream Gel Eyeliners. These are things that I reach for pretty much every time I do my makeup. It's rare that I don't reach for one of these. You've probably used them before and you've definitely heard about them, but I had to mention them because they are truly a favorite in my collection. I like these over most other eyeliners that I've tried, and the thing I love about it is obviously there's every color in the rainbow and more and beyond that you can think of, but also because I feel like the formula is pretty darn consistent across the board. I've found a lot of brands that have colorful eyeliners. Some colors work better than others, and you're kind of taking a gamble when you pick up a color. But I've found with at least the ones that I've used, and I've used a lot, like I just grabbed a handful. I have more than this. They pretty much perform all the same. They're a one swipe deal. They are very vibrant on the waterline. They last pretty long. So I really, really enjoy these. Right now I am wearing one that's not available anymore. Of course, you know, with ColourPop, they like to discontinue things. I have the Raw Beauty Christie Marigold one on my waterline today to match my yellow. Very good eye pencils. And I love that they're now selling them at Target. So you can go and pick them up in store if you want to, if you're able to. All right, another product that I've talked about ad nauseum on my channel, but listen, it's a favorite. I can't not mention it. It is the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector in the shade Peach. I have very dark under eyes. For many years, I've been using the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, which I like, I really do, but I like this more for a few reasons. The first reason is this is $4. The Becca one is 30 something dollars. So automatically, if I can choose between the two and they perform well, I'm gonna choose the more affordable option, obviously. And I like the finish of this one. I should have kind of started off saying this if you're new here. I have normal to oily skin. Normal more in the winter time, oily in the summertime. So right now my skin is kind of normal and I like the finish of this so much more. The Becca one is very emollient and I feel that it creases underneath my concealer or on its own very, very easily. This sets down to like a satin matte finish, so it really provides a smooth base for my concealer that I'm going to put on top. I will say one downside to this is it is quite dark of a peach. So if you are more fair than me, you probably need to wear a full coverage concealer over this to cover the peach tint. But for me, it works very well. I have no complaints. I always wear a medium to full coverage concealer anyway if I'm gonna wear this, so I don't have a problem with that, but I absolutely love how this corrects my darkness under my eyes. I think it does a beautiful job and I will continue to repurchase this one over the Becca one. Speaking of concealer, one thing that has been an absolute favorite of mine for the past few months, and I'm reaching for these so often, are the Essence Keep Me Covered concealers. These are becoming some of my favorite concealers in my collection. For many years, I was a die-hard Tarte Shape Tape fan, okay? Because like I said, I have very dark under eyes and also very crinkly under eyes. When I smile, I have a lot of lines under my eyes, as a lot of people do, okay? So, and I'm constantly changing expression. I need a concealer that sets down and stays put. Now, of course, I have lines under my eyes. Many concealers are going to crease a little bit, some more than others. These stay very well. There's minimal creasing, and that was why I liked Tarte Shape Tape. Like that's like cement, man. Once that dries down, it's not going anywhere. And these are very long wearing without being cement-like, without being thick and cakey. They are much thinner of a consistency. They blend out beautifully on the under eye, and they give, in my opinion, a high medium coverage. So not quite as much coverage as Tarte Shape Tape, but it looks a lot nicer under my under eyes. I unfortunately have to mix these two shades because I first purchased Shell and it was way too light. Then I purchased Light Medium and it was too deep. So I've been mixing them. The shade range on this, unfortunately, is very bad. There's not many shades and the shades are quite weird. Like they run weird in terms of undertones, but if you can find your shade, this is a beautiful concealer, not just for the price, in general. Absolutely been loving these. Now this is kind of cheating in the sense that this next product is $10. So it's like $10 and under, not under $10, right? But this brand does have affiliate codes. I don't have one, so if you use an affiliate code, it would be under $10. And if you've been here before, you're not surprised to hear me say the ColourPop quads. I think these are, in my opinion,
that's my opinion!
The best eyeshadows you can get for $10 and under. They are so good. And I pulled out a few of my most favorites because I don't think all of them are created equal. My favorite collection of the quads are the first generation that they came out with. The ones that are like dessert / drink themed. So I have Creamsicle, which is this beautiful like warm tone quad. I have Mocktail, which is slightly deeper. I'm gonna of course list all of these down below, and many of them are still available. Then I have Sorbet, which is a little bit more pinky. And then I have Citrus Fizz, which is a little bit more on the orangey brown side. They're pretty neutral, which is what I like personally. The mattes are beautiful. They're a little bit powdery, so there's a lot of kick up in the pan, but they perform so well. They blend so well, and these shimmers are so sparkly and pretty on the eyes. I love that it's a little tiny quad. You can create a look very easily without thinking. And another one that I really like as well is Never Tore Us Apart. They did like a Zodiac collection. This is the only one that I picked up from the collection, but I think the quality of this one is just as good as those first generation ones. Some of these are even duochromes. Like this is a duochrome from green to brown. Very, very pretty. Fully enjoy these quads. I think they're such good quality for an affordable price, or just good quality in general. Very nice. This is a current favorite of mine. It is a foundation I used to use years ago. I decluttered it and I decided to pick it up again because I'd been having problems with my skin, breaking out very easily when I would use certain foundations. And I just think my skin is so sensitive. And this one, I kind of looked up, investigated foundations that didn't have oil or were non-comedogenic. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This foundation, honestly, is so good. I forgot how good it is. It is what I'm wearing on my face today. I have the shade 128 Warm Nude, which for me right now is a very good shade match. I am like a light to medium olive undertone. This is so good on my skin. It is very thin. It sinks into the skin. It doesn't look cakey. I wouldn't say this is overly matte. I would say it's more of a satin matte. And it just looks very natural on the skin. Of course, it looks like you're wearing makeup because it's makeup. It's not going to like create miracles or anything. But it is a very, very good thin satin matte foundation that lasts all day. And there's so many shades in this, which I love. They also have the dewy version, which I remember liking. Let me know if you still use this because I think it's an OG classic, like very, very, very good foundation that I am reaching for over my high-end foundations. And speaking of Maybelline Fit Me, the next product is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I'm loving this right now, especially when I have more normal skin. When I'm very oily, I don't feel like this is very mattifying. This is a powder that sets down your makeup, but it has somewhat of like a moisturizing, hydrating quality to it. It's kind of weird. Now, I will say this does have a tint to it, so be aware of that. But again, it is offered in many, many colorways, which is nice. I have the shade Fair Light, and I feel like this fits me really perfect right now. I like to set my under eyes and sometimes my T-zone, but again, it's not super mattifying, but that's why I like it for under my eyes. It doesn't make my under eyes look extra dry or anything like that, and it gives me a little extra coverage. So really fully been enjoying this powder. It's a really good one, and the fact that it's so affordable is great. Another thing that I've talked about so many times on my channel, but I have to say it again, is the e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush. This is my favorite brush to blend out cream cheek products with, so cream bronzer and cream blush. It has the perfect size top for me to get into my cheeks and blend out those products. I have 2 of these. I'm thinking of getting a 3rd. This is the brush that I grab for every single time, honestly, or just about every single time that I'm doing my makeup. I have the IT Cosmetics version of this, and they're literally the same. Like, I don't see any sort of difference. When I pick them both up, I have to make sure that I turn to make sure I can read the label, because other than the label, they're really indistinguishable from each other. So highly suggest this brush if you want to blend out cream products. And it's also a really good foundation brush. It's a little small for my liking for foundation, but if you like a smaller foundation brush and you're on a budget and you don't want to spend a ton of money on a brush, I think this is a wonderful brush. And then the last product I want to talk about is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I have mine in the shade Ash Brown. It is what I'm wearing on my brows, or in my brows, I guess, today. This is my second favorite brow pencil in general, and it's my favorite affordable brow pencil. I think that this is very close to the same as the ABH Brow Wiz, which is my favorite. The only difference is I kind of prefer the ABH in terms of color. But I don't want to spend $20+ on a brow pencil. Honestly, I only buy the ABH one when it goes on sale. So when it's not on sale, I pick this one up because I think this is very, very close. I love how small the tip on it is. It gets the job done very well. I really like the consistency of this. It's not overly creamy. It's not overly waxy. It's just that perfect in between where I can easily control the product, but it's not like I have to go over the same spot 100 times. You know what I mean? Love this brow pencil. If you like that type of brow pencil that I just described, you would really enjoy this one. And I think at Walmart, you can get it for just under 10. I know some retailers it's over 10, but I will try to link it down below somewhere where it is $10 or less. Love this brow pencil. It is my second favorite brow pencil in general, but my first if it's under $10. All right, and that is it for 10 products that I love under $10. I can definitely do a part 2 because I didn't even mention any lip products. I didn't mention any bronzers or blushes, and I've got some I could definitely share. So let me know if you want to see a part 2, and let me know down in the comments what some of your favorite products under $10 are. I would absolutely love to know. I always love knowing some affordable drugstore products that you guys love that I could try out, or reminders for me to pick back out of my collection if I have them. I'm gonna link Emily's channel and her video down below, like I said. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot if you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, both beauty and fashion videos, and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.